Oh, all right, so let's get on with this. I got my audio back and it's working fine. We'll get everything going. Um, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to create a resource group. So let's say the Azure interface is really easy to use. Resource. Let's just type resource. So this is gonna be the head of the project right here. So resource group. You're gonna have instance for that resource group. Create a new group. Azure subscription one. Subscription. The region is the US. So resource group. Um, we'll get the name. Enter subscription one. And then let's name it up. The name of the project, which will be Sentinel Lab. Sentinel Lab. Sentinel Lab. Sentinel Lab. You can name your project whatever you want. I'm just gonna use this. All right, that's on. Next, I'm gonna tag the creation, no tags, review and create. Basics. Let's go back. Validation fail. Resource group. Okay. Name. This is what we do. Let's do it again. Sentinel. I'm gonna ask Sentinel Lab. All right, let's keep going. Resource group, resource group, value, next, review and create. Okay. Um, I am not making. Oh, it didn't save. Sentinel Lab. Okay, so only includes alphanumeric underscore. I get what's going on. Let's put it together. Okay, so that worked. Review and create. All right, so the validation is passed. So let's keep going with this. Pardon me. Before I create this, I'm going to be doing a screenshots on this project. So every step I'm going to be taking a screenshot, and I recommend you to do as well. All right, so we're back here, and I'm going to be taking some live screenshots. Let's say let's hit create. Go to resource group. Move back. More screenshots. And now we're gonna head into our lab group. Let's go to research now. Okay, so already have a resource group. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna create something inside, which we have create over here and then manage view or whatever. So let's keep moving. All right, so in this lab, we will be collecting our data from a Windows machine to deploy a virtual machine in Azure to follow the steps. Follow me. So let's go into create, as I said, and let's create this virtual machine. We'll use the Azure subscription, which I didn't put anything in resource group, Sentinel. We'll assign something on Sentinel Lab. So most of the resources that we're going to use are going to be assigned into our Sentinel lab because they are going to be networking on there. So for now, we do this. Oh, there's nothing there. A resource group with the same name already exists. Subscription one Azure. So I'll start subscription one and then the resource group, subscription resource group, East. I think I can just figure that back because I'm gonna access my lab, meaning my resource group to start from there. So we'll create from inside. It's easier. So I just went into the group. Let me make sure I get my screenshot. Add it. Close this. So create. We'll have that's a screenshot. We'll do the creation now. And let's look for our instance. Let me see. Picking, I'm just gonna do a VM close. And we'll do RDP, create a virtual machine. We'll do virtual machine. So simply virtual network, virtual machine. You can do all. There's a lot of options. I'm just creating a virtual machine. No virtual machine on display. Let's do a creation then. Virtual machine. And but all right, so I got what I needed. Creating a build tool machine. Let's see what we're having first. We want to do a research group. Sentinel Lab, you see it's showing. But it's showing successfully. Um, let's keep filling in virtual machine name, cyber project, K1. I want something more, a little simpler for this. So we'll do Sentinel VM. Sentinel VM1. VM1, Linux VM names may only contain letters. All right, let's not trip about the name right now. Uh, and then the ability options, no infrastructure redundancy required. Um, and let's go for the window 10. Windows 10 Pro version, 64 gens. VM. All right, Sentinel VM. Sentinel VM. Let's keep this clear. Run with us for spot discount. Hold on. Let's get credentials into this machine. Right here, and running with Azure spot discount. I don't know. So the whole paying situation, I just think everything's supposed to come free, but you know, they could trick you. But if you run the resources, you might get charged. So let's just stick to what we gotta do. We'll do a standard D2 on this. A standard DS D2S. A standard B. Now we're looking for a standard B2S B3. 1 second. Standard D2S B3. Mm, 8 GB, 16, all sizes. So the B2 machines right here. D2S B3. D2S B3 right here. has 8 GB. And this is what I need. All right, so I have it. So this is what we need. Now let's do administrator account and we're gonna RDP to this. Let's go in. CyberGuard. That's my blog and my domain. That's the username and the password. Let's get a password on this. Let's see if I can get something that is not gonna show. Okay. Um, got it. So let's see what's wrong on this. Password must have 3 of the following: lowercase, uppercase. All right, let's try something else. All right, we got a password. RDP. And yeah, confirm I have an eligible Windows license to this. Okay, so we do. And we'll have all this in notes. And notes on the display for people to follow. But let me illustrate some of the things that I filled in. Of course, this is such a big screen. Don't need that. A little screenshot going. Get approved. And all these I need them to show loud and clear. You know, free trial can cover. I'm in a free trial. Got this one, and then let's create it. And then review and create. All right, so it's been created. Quick note. So I use all the default settings in the basic tab and fill in appropriate fields. So please remember your domain, username, and password as this is how you will authenticate to the VM remotely. So as it's done, we'll get put another screenshot. Let's quickly do it. Get our screenshot going. Boom. And then let's keep moving. It's been validated, so I'll just hit create. Right. All right, so we have a machine. We have, so as you can tell, deploying is in progress. So we had firewall configurations to do, Microsoft Defender for Cloud, and it created a VNet, and it created an IP for all of this, because these resources are created. So give it a second, and we'll be screenshotting on this Windows 10 machine. Okay, so these screens, this is what will occur, and we have it. So the next is our network virtual machine security. When you deploy a virtual machine in Azure, the actual machine is in place on a virtual network VNet. So that's why I already explained. Your virtual machine is assigned an IP. So we got all of that. And then NSG is used to filter network traffic, which is it gives firewall nature added to our machine. So similar to a firewall. So that's covered. So we can get our default rules going if we select NSG on our resource group. Let me take a quick screenshot. Quickly we'll do it. Oh, all right. So deployment is still in progress. So give it a second. All right, so just iterating what we doing. So over here, I went into my machine. Let's just click on the steps. So after machine was created, this is the access to my machine. It gives you all the data that is in if you use Azure before. So let's just keep moving forward. And what I did was I checked into the machine networking, connect this size. There's a lot of things available right here. But I went into networking first. But now you have our NSG rules. These are our firewall rules. So deny all inbound is as usual. Implicit deny at every firewall. And then if I want to add a rule, but the only rule I went for is the RDP, which is now exposed to the internet. And this rule actually allows, and was the description, we'll say admin access, and save. That's it. That's all we need for now. Let's keep moving on forward. All right. So quick note, I'm back to this RDP situation. So let me explain something regarding to RDP. So if you look at the rule that we have for RDP, you will see that the inbound RDP traffic is allowed from any source to any destination. So RDP is necessary to access our machine. However, with the current settings, anyone who obtain our public IP which can be possibly obtained via network scan, can potentially connect to the VM. So as is public facing, this presents a security risk as it makes the VM vulnerable to possible brute force or password spread attacks. So what can we do for mitigation on this? In order to reduce our attack surface, we need to enable a security feature called just-in-time access. Um, you can read more about this in a link that will be displayed in the description. So I will say essentially what this feature does is only provide access to our machine when necessarily via time-based restriction, as well as implementing the principle of least privilege. By giving the option to restrict access to certain IPs as well as RBAC roles, RBAC, as known in the industry, role-based access control. Um, anyone who can access the VM will need to request and based on their IP, a request and based on the IP and assigned role, they will be granted or denied based on their role. So it's gonna have to be meet some criteria for that network access control as properly done. By default, when creating your Azure account, you're a global administrator. So upon request, you will be granted access to a VM to set up. We will perform the following steps. So let's start doing it. So let's just search for this interface, Microsoft Defender for cloud. So in the search bar at the top of the feature of the Azure portal, select the service. You will see a page similar to the one it's about to show. On the left pane, select environment settings. So let's type in Microsoft Defender for cloud. So you can see you can use this for other services, but for now we're going to use cloud. And let me just do it again. And get my famous screenshot. But done. I think I did the front one. That I have it set up right here. So enable Defender, enhance security. Of course, Microsoft Defender for cloud. So let's select Azure subscription from the list provided. Upon the selecting, the following service will be seen in the screen. So let's select ours. Right here. Please register to Microsoft Security in order to review your security status code. Subscription is not registered, not found. Also enable Microsoft Defender for cloud security feature. Okay, so let's deal with this. So once you hit the screen right here, let's go back. once you're on this side of the screens, which is the environment, you will set right here, your one subscription, and then you want to click this in order to access the environment. So on here, you want to enable all the plans. You see how, let's say, when I click, they disappear, and then let's hit enable all plans. So got everything, and then after we start the membership, then we'll be able to use these security features. So let me screenshot this real quick. All right, so we're setting that up. And then let's get it going with everything. We'll enable all. After enabling the plan, we'll navigate back to the home page for Defender for cloud and select workload protections on the left pane. That will result in the following screen. So let's accept everything. And accept the plan. Let's save it. And then we'll be able to go move on forward. And then this is going to start a 30-day trial. So we'll be sure to disable when finished this lab to avoid any cost. You can select them to enable all options. So while this is loading Defender plans, let's wait for the next screen to come up. To update containers. Let's see what we got. Settings. All right, so we have the settings. And let's just screenshot this quickly. And the left pane right here, right there. That's what we want. After enabling the plan, we'll navigate back to the home screen for Defender. And then we'll select workload protection on the left pane. So let's go for home. Okay, so let's look for Defender. Microsoft Defender. All right, let's see what we're doing. And let's select workload. All right, so quickly, what we need to do right now is, I'll explain you what I did. Let's go home. After I subscribe to this Cloud Defender, so you can always start from home. And here is everything that you have access to. And then we're working with Microsoft Defender for Cloud. And here we are at the overview. Unassigned recommendations, overdue recommendations. There's nothing for right here. This is what I click when I needed to get that subscription going. So we'll look for workload on this, and then our resources appear. So let's go back and see if we can address this. Let me pause real quick. Okay, okay, so we just went to workload protection. So this is the screen that appears. as we have it. So after enabling the plant, we just navigate to the home page for Defender, and workload is what took us over here. So on the left, on the advanced protection, we'll select just in time being accessed and select enable JIT on BM. Make sure to select BM that you create on the earlier step. So let's go to advanced. Workload. On BM. So down here, we have the advanced protection. So we're looking for just in to be at app 6 access because that's what we're doing. Um, so let's keep going. So select and quickly let's figure it out what we got here. See how to does this work? Learn about how to use it, not configure unsupported. Virtual machines. All right, so I came into my machine and well, I found the just in time